anyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Abhi on Camera, where today we're watching episode 3 of House of the Dragon, a Game of Thrones prequel. Just to remind you, I have not seen Game of Thrones before, so I'm going into this show totally blind. Speaking of which, I was thinking as I was setting this up in the background, what exact ending will this show have? How good can this ending be if by the time of Game of Thrones, Emilia Clarke's character, who is presumably a member of this house, is being sold off to Jason Momoa? And even if we discount that, we know she goes crazy and destroys something, some town or something, in the end of the show, and people hate that. So, what kind of ending are we looking forward to here? Whatever. Last episode ended with the king's proclamation that he was going to be marrying Alicent Hightower. And in some of the articles I've seen online, people have been claiming that it's somehow Alicent's betrayal that happened. No, it's her father's betrayal. It's his plan to set this up, all the while acting like a good hand to the king. He's the one who set this up months in advance because he knew what was going to happen. His daughter was just going along with it, including not telling her friend, because if she had told her friend all those months ago, she would have known what was happening. Whatever. Let's get into this episode, and let's find out how much more time has passed, shall we? Oh! Now that's a cool entrance. Yes, thank you! A dragon is actually attacking for once. It's half the reason I'm here. Something tells me you're gonna die too, whoever the hell you are.
Dear my prince, save me!
Yep. Exactly what I expected. Well, actually, no. I just thought he'd get burned, but got stepped on. Even better. Ooh, man. Just the leg. I love the darkness of this scene. You can barely see the dragon looming out, and just everything is lit by the fires.
Where are you?
Why would he? You're literally on your dragon. That's why maybe you shouldn't have landed your giant flying creature. Maintain air superiority. You can still burn them to hell flying above the land. Okay, we got a boy baby, which means definite another time jump.
And you have my nose.
Oh, Jesus.
2 years old and already our boy.
2 years. Over 2 years.
He may yet, brother.
Where in the seven hells Rhaenyra might be?
Under the dragon.
So, at the very same tree she's always at. This is the same tree she was at 3 years ago.
Again.
Perhaps the princess might like to hear something else.
She would not. Play it again.
Sometimes you just want to hear a song on repeat.
Yes, my queen.
Oh, Jesus, she's doing it again.
In the outer courtyard. The royal hunt ready to start.
Decided to remain here and read.
Her whole... Whatever, you heard me complaining about it last time.
You may
She just
go,
only
Samuel.
goes freaking...
You are to stay by order of the princess.
Princess.
So, why is there a face on this tree? I never got an answer on that.
Your Grace.
I'm just blabbering. Actually, you know what?
So bad.
I've been expecting this guy to die,
days
and his
are
parents
long,
have been
but
3
everyone can
years.
quickly and
So I
without
guess
fuss.
whatever infection he's gotten from the Iron Throne is just taking its time. I don't know if I mentioned it or if I forgot, but with the rise of this kid, there are now at least 3 heirs battling for the throne in the near future. That's not a good look. Lannister! I know that name too.
Lord Swan's ships. Perhaps the princess can give us some insight.
Damn it, she just wanted to spot it, and she's like, ah, yes, now I have to talk.
I've never been to the Stepstone. And
Well, that is
serve the mum of late Lady Red Wine, waiting cake.
This is the wit. I much prefer if she gets just a little bit snappy than just sitting there and saying the, "Of course, Your Grace," and being all robotic.
If one were to stand in the tower on a perfect day.
Wow, he is just not subtle at all, is he?
Must be
Trying to woo her.
I don't have a dragon pit, of course, but I do have the means and resources to build one.
Why would you need a dragon pit?
You serious?
Now,
Is she really
dragon.
clueless about what's happening right now?
I'd do anything for my queen. Or lady wife.
Okay, never mind about being subtle. He's just blunt about it.
Jason Lannister is an excellent match.
Oh,
I'm so serious.
idiot.
Well, I thought you might have that in common.
Is she gonna marry him? Because that was her whole thing, right? Spite. He's running to get his horse if possible. Spite the official guys for him. I'm assuming she's gonna spite an official marriage for him too. In all honesty, just like her father, she chooses him. Because he spurned the official thing, the good politics for someone he was friendly with. Or at least he thought he was friendly with.
You want me to kill him?
Oh, yeah, no. She is definitely gonna marry him. If Prince Caspian here is willing to do that.
To camp, Princess.
Even if he's joking, but still. I never mentioned it, but I love the design of this Kingsguard armor. And the fact that it looks like woven pieces of metal across. Very interesting.
To show their favor.
Yo, Mr. Hightower, did you happen to release this stag here? Because genuinely, this seems very well suited for your ideals. Oh look, let's get this guy chosen as the next heir already. There's one thing Viserys needs to do, is to stick to her as the heir.
It's quite a thing.
That's what I was thinking. That's like a cool pointy stick, I guess.
It's as if the seven themselves had blessed this day.
So you failed to woo the girl, now you're like, hey, can you force this to happen?
I did not decide to name Rhaenyra my heir on a whim.
I think he's drunk.
All the lords of the kingdom would do well to remember that.
I'm glad you said it.
The gift.
You may have been, you need to get a little bit drunk to say it,
Your
but
Grace.
I'm glad you said it.
Prize is within reach.
Isn't it kind of cheating for this kind of whole
What do you make of
hunt?
Lord Jason's
He isn't hunting, somebody else is, and you just get to stab the thing at the end.
Pride has pride. Closer to home.
Who do
Ooh,
you have in mind?
your own kid. Your own kid. He's totally saying your own kid.
Prince Aegon.
What? You want her to... Jesus.
The boy just turned 2 on her. Yes, but it would cease the endless proposals
damn.
for Rhaenyra's hand.
No, I'm with him.
Betrothed.
The incest... Last episode, the incest was like one thing. This is like another level of nonsense.
Fucking politicking!
Thank you. Thank you. The politicking, as he puts it, is freaking annoying. I don't know what show I'm watching, but... Is no one gonna give him a table? Everyone else is just eating. Can the king not have a table? Put some food on it? He's gotta sit there and just drink white... Oh, shit. Oi. Someone gonna tell the king to have enough drink? I now need to say he definitely needs some food to dilute that alcohol. Man's about to do something very rash.
Do you think the realm will ever accept me as their queen?
In totality, no. Not everyone will accept you as queen, but then again, no one accepts
choice but to,
any
Princess.
rule. But you will need to fight for acceptance. But never say never. You can win it. I don't know if that made sense. My point is that no leader has entire 100% acceptance. You have to fight. But she'll have to work harder than most. What's happening? Will they find the stag? Stag. No, it's just a boar. shite. Rhaenyra, why don't you have a knife? Or, no, he has a big knife. It's one thing, honestly, it's one thing I never thought of as a child. I always thought boars were just, you know, big furry wild pigs. But, oh, you do have a knife. But, the idea of them being fearsome wild animals is just so at odds with their appearance. The whole point of this hunt to find it on the kid's birthday. Does it really count the day afterwards? Such a silly idea in royal things like this, that there's literally one guy tasked with carrying around a set of steps. There it is. Again. How does this really count?
He's a big lad.
He's not white, so I guess don't name your king, your son the heir.
For the kill.
That was unpleasant. Ha ha! There's the white one! Where's... Kill it. Prove your worth. Or, I don't know. I guess it would look good if you killed it, or just let it go. Because you're nice. Use it as a portent that you are the true heir, or whatever. Good way to upstage the king, I guess. Two people covered in blood showing up with a boar. Are you still manipulating her? What the frick? What? You want him to want her to kill Viserys now?
They all swore obeisance to her. Our house among them.
That was before Aegon.
Yeah, that's naive.
Rhaenyra.
It doesn't matter what they swear.
It wouldn't
Politicking
matter
is
if she was
politicking.
Jaehaerys
And
himself
people will
born
fight.
again. That he is heir to the throne is to
Does it really count that he's the firstborn? Wasn't the last kid born? He lived for 2 days. This kid is technically the second-born.
Aegon will
The son of the king. Right? And that's not counting the other miscarriages or whatever. He's the second-born son of the king. You should say he's the second living son of the king.
on his own.
But she must believe it is her choice to do so.
You know, like you believed it was your choice to marry me. And it's totally not complete manipulation of my father's.
But his king does not mean to allow that.
Okay, so he is deciding to finally help, which is going to be its own issues in the future, but at least
It is no consequence
more
of what I
combat.
think.
Oh my god!
Often reminded.
Daemon is thorn enough in my flesh.
Just answer the question.
Will you insist on taking after him?
The
Yeah,
lords
actually,
of the realm
no.
gather like vultures to a carcass, hoping to feast on my bones.
Yeah, but what you missed was the fact that he completely said he was supporting you as heir. Notice how he didn't actually say that. He said, I don't seek to replace you, but you could just say in as many words, you are still the heir. I will not replace you. Whatever. I guess it works.
I did waver. At one time.
Okay,
But I
honesty is
swear
good.
now, on your mother's memory, you will not be supplanted.
Oh, well, no. Psst. Just what I asked him to say. He said, perfect. My question is, how many dragons does this House of Dragons have access to?
Perhaps 18 seaworthy ships.
Because they would be very helpful in these times.
Our food quickly dwindles.
Especially right now with the sending of the wouldn't a few extra dragons come in handy here?
I've made call for Driftmark to send more ships, but they will be weeks away. Continue sending the dragons.
Okay, dragons. There are more than one. But where are they? Why can't I see any?
The choke point here.
Saraxes, or whatever that name is such an interesting dragon design. He's leaf and snake-like, and I love the fact that there are extra wings on his legs.
Daemon is why we are losing.
His eyebrows are so pale that sometimes you can't even see them. Oh jeez, what the hell? Hey, what happened to don't kill the messenger? Also, I love the fact that everything's blunt. He's so angered that the audio isn't there, unless my audio's messed up. So what? Your plan now is to see if you can draw Mr. Krabby Boy out of the caves for single combat? Or the white flag? I gotta say, the facial prosthetics for the Mr. Krabby Boy here is really cool. Assuming it's prosthetics and not maybe some CGI helping. The designs of that armor just struck me immediately as like those. Oh shit! Expected him to do that, but Horizon Zero Dawn. The Oseram, that's what it was. And obviously it's not based on that video game. They're both based on the same real world thing. Come on, this is some stormtrooper aim here. Look, I'm happy to finally get some action. But look, come on, all of you! You're an army! This is one fool! He didn't even have his dragon! Oh! It's also really helpful to him that despite being an army, they're all attacking him, you know, one at a time. Finally, that's some hits on him. The plan worked. You've drawn the army out. Now, where's the dragons coming down with their fire? Well, why are you all stopping? The single man! There's the dragon. Just gotta wait until the last possible moment, huh? Who's that? It's another dragon. I was asking for that too. Wait, is that it? Did we not get to see a fight between Mr. Krabs? You just get to walk out and be like, "Oh look, I killed him." Psh. Feel cheated. And it's over. Hey, by the way, I'm purposefully skipping all the stuff at the very end of the episode where it's like backstory, not backstory, like where you hear the creators talking and all that. Because again, I just don't want any spoilers or any kind of thing. Should I watch it? You know, maybe the 10 of you who are watching this reaction could tell me if you've even gotten this far. And that was episode 3, second of his name. I'm happy that we finally got some real action in this episode because, yeah, politics is one half of like the whole Game of Thrones thing. But the other part, the only part which I'm actually excited for, is all the action stuff. So I'm glad we finally got into it a little bit. Hopefully we don't have to wait too much longer for more. Because it's certainly a tad more interesting than just sitting around being like, "Oh, you should marry that guy." Nah, I don't want to marry that guy. Oh, you should, whatever. The politicking is just a little bit of frustrating sometimes. There are a lot of plot lines. Daemon and Viva, I don't remember what his name was, were having this war out in the Stepstones that they agreed on starting last episode. And obviously it's been 3 years, so it has been going as well as they hoped. And it's really funny that... Well, no, before I get into that, it had turned into a siege. Because they had driven themselves into sea caves, and apparently your forces didn't have enough time, the ability to lay an extended siege. Whatever. But I think it's really funny that despite all the talk about them almost losing, one letter about like, "Oh, I'm now going to help you." And it's like, okay, fine, we'll win immediately. Right after the king promises to send help, then they win the war. More politics, more who the frick knows what's going to happen now. Back at home, time has passed further. Alicent has had a kid, going to have a second kid. But now there's a male heir, which everyone is like, yeah, he's going to get the throne, right? Because normal nonsense. But Viserys, despite all his issues, is still standing true to Rhaenyra having the throne, which is his most redeeming point at this time. Otto, the arsehole, is just really trying to secure his own power, right? Trying to get his grandson to be on the Iron Throne. Like I said, I think I said the white stag is kind of like a symbol. Like they said, white stag is a symbol of royalty, and the white stag appeared to Rhaenyra, which means that no matter what happens, she is supposed to be the true queen going forward. At least that's what we, as the audience, are supposed to believe. But no one else saw that, so no one else will believe her or support her. Honestly, I'm just rambling. I don't know exactly what to say. All I know is that we are still driving ever forward to Viserys dying of something or the other, and a battle between Rhaenyra, Daemon, and now Aegon for the throne. Alicent has been given free reign to choose who she will marry. Come on, who else is it gonna be if not for Mr. Kristen Cole, who again looks like Prince Caspian? Yeah. Glad to finally get some action, but the politics are a lot. Sorry for being late. Again, I was busy, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Over here is the next reaction, whenever that comes out. Over here is a playlist of my videos, and on my face is the subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe, criticize even. I don't mind. See ya.